everyone, I hope you're well. So in honour of the new moon or the dark moon in Sagittarius, I'm conducting a 3-card reading for the collective. So Spirit wanted me to pick 3 cards in honour of this new moon. And so new moons are the perfect time for new starts, new beginnings, beginnings of cycles. And the new moon is all about manifestation, setting your intentions, setting your goals, and being really clear on what it is that you want to manifest. And Jupiter is the ruling planet of Sagittarius, the planet of luck. And so I feel for a lot of you, this is going to be a very abundant time where your luck is going to change. The Wheel of Fortune is going to be turning in your favour. And so you may be enjoying some time in the spotlight and reaping the rewards that you deserve. So you could be embarking on a new journey of some sorts, maybe a new job opportunity, a new relationship, a new house, a promotion, just something that marks a new beginning in some way. It could even be the beginning of a new chapter in your life. So Sagittarius is a very optimistic, gregarious sign. I myself am a Sagittarius. I was 39 on the 25th of November, and it was a time of deep reflection for me because I'm now in the last year of my 30s, and I felt quite emotional because I felt so grateful because I feel my 30s on the whole have been a really positive experience where I feel my most myself, and at last probably the most comfortable with myself as well. And so next year I'll be turning 40, and so that's like a milestone number I feel on our life journey. So I really want to make the most of my last year in my 30s and embrace it. So being a Sagittarius as well, obviously my ruling planet is Jupiter, and yeah, hopefully with this new moon, we're going to all have abundance, blessings coming in, opportunities coming in. I already feel that the energy is lighter as we leave Scorpio season and we now are moving into the lighter Sagittarius energies. It feels lighter. And then of course, the next sign after that will be Capricorn. So you know, once the Capricorn energy comes in, that's when we're going to have to plug away and put in the hard work again. Capricorns work hard, play hard. So let's enjoy this time in Sagittarius season. So to begin with, I'm going to pick a card from the Moonology Manifestation Oracle cards by Yasmin Boland. And this is a lovely, positive, abundant deck. Great for working with the moon energies. And because it's a new moon, it is all about manifestation, like I said. Sagittarius is a mutable sign along with Gemini, Virgo and Pisces. So I myself Sagittarius Sun, Pisces Moon and Gemini Rising. So I have 3 mutable placements as my main signs in my birth chart. So that means I'm very watery as a person, like I very much go with the flow of life. I don't really plan, I'm very spontaneous, and I'm always flitting from one idea to the next. That's my Gemini brain, I think. And I've obviously got that traveller spirit, you know, the wanderlust, that sort of gypsy soul, free-spirited nature. So I'm very much in tune with my signs, and when you're mutable it can be very, very difficult to concentrate and to finish things. Very good at starting things, but you know, we need a bit of a fixed energy to complete things. So if you yourself are a mutable sign, you may be feeling this moon more powerfully, along with the other fire signs. The Sagittarius is a fire sign, so Aries and Leo as well. Okay, so Spirit, beings of the highest light, any other deities that wish to be present for us today with a message for this new moon in Sagittarius for the collective. What is your message and what is it that you wish for us to know? We thank you for your guidance. Okay, so this is our card. So we've got first quarter moon in Capricorn. How funny that I was just talking about Capricorn energy. Unleash your kindest self. Okay. So first of all, I just want to point out to the energy on this card. Can you see there? I very much feel like this is crown chakra energy coming in, light activations, connecting you with source, connecting you with your higher self and the higher realms. We've also got a fairy ring in the stone circle here. And so I feel like this is a portal to the fairy kingdom, the other world. And so you may have a connection with the fae, the elementals, the nature spirits. So it's closely working with the elementals. That also includes unicorns, dragons and mermaids as well. And elves, they all fall under the category of elemental. Unleash your kindest self. So have you been cruel to yourself in some way? Have you been hard on yourself? Because Capricorn energy is very much about putting pressure on yourself to succeed, to always be progressing, to always be working towards the next thing, that workaholic energy. And so when you have that energy, you can be highly critical and keep pushing yourself to the point where you could possibly be suffering from burnout. So for some of you, I feel like this is a message to slow down, enjoy these Sagittarius energies, going with the flow a bit more. You know, flowing free like water around obstacles. I feel like for some of you there's been a lot of fighting situations in your life. I feel like there's been a lot of stress, a lot of pressure. And so it is that message of surrender and taking a step back, doing what you need to do to look after yourself and unleashing your kindest self. So I feel like if there has been conflicts going on between yourself and another person, or, you know, more than one person, you know, this is inflicting hurt on both yourself and others. And so it's about how can you come from a position of peace and love to resolve the situation? How can you bring love into the situation to bring peace? It is about being kinder all round, but most of all, kind to yourself. Because if you are always criticising yourself, if you are in this state of perfectionism, you're not giving yourself permission to make the mistakes. And so because you're not allowing yourself to make mistakes, you're in this kind of negative energy where you're always putting pressure on yourself. You're never giving yourself a break or room to breathe. I feel like some of you just need to take a deep breath. Allow yourself time to breathe. Be kind to yourself. And replace the negative self-talk with words that are more positive and loving. You know, when you think negative thoughts, unbeknown to you, you're actually manifesting that in your reality. So if you're always belittling yourself, criticising yourself, beating yourself up all the time, then the universe is going to mirror that energy back to you, and you're going to be surrounded by situations and people that aren't the best for you, because that's your energy, that's your frequency that you're putting out in the world. So just really think about those words that you choose to use to describe yourself, you know, and replace them with something positive. Think about what it is that you love and respect about yourself, and, you know, perhaps practice affirmations to help lift your vibration. But it is all about being kind, truly, and being kind to yourself is so, so important. So I hope that makes sense for some of you. Being first quarter moon in Capricorn, this is just the beginning of this journey. You've still got a long way to go. Maybe that you are embarking on a journey of self-acceptance, working on your self-worth, because you've been downtrodden or abused. And so it's healing the past trauma, realising your worth, realizing that you are beautiful, and in the eyes of spirit you are a perfect child of God or goddess, and it's realizing that. So I hope you can take the message. Okay, next I'm going to pick a card from the Kyle Gray Gateway of Light Activation Oracle as well. So let's see what messages we have. So with that first card as well, because of the stone circle symbology, if you can get to a stone circle or just outdoors in nature where you can connect with the fairies, I'm really recommending that to help clear your energy field, your auric field, because that's what the fairies do. They cleanse your energy. And that's why when you've been outdoors in nature, you come back feeling so much more clearer, because your energy has been cleansed. Okay, so what message do we have from the Gateway of Light Activation Oracle? I love these cards. They're very, very beautiful, very high vibrational. Definitely cosmic energy, galactic origin energy, connects in with our starseed family, also Atlantis, Lemuria and ancient Egypt, all the lost lands. So let's see what message we have for the new moon in Sagittarius. Our card is Sword of Light. So straight away I think of Archangel Michael, because he has a sword of light that cuts through any obstacles. So I feel like, again, this is about energy clearing your energy, and Archangel Michael can help you to do this. So you can imagine yourself surrounded by royal blue light, that's the colour of his energy, and ask him to use his sword of light to cut any cords in front of you, behind you, above you, below you, to your left and to your right. And you can do this exercise anytime that you feel like you need protection. I tend to do it morning and night, so a couple of times a day. But if you feel like you're in a bit of a stressful situation and you need to protect your energy, you can do it more frequently. Divine protection, cords cut, breakthrough energy. Wow. So I feel like this is also representative of the energy of the Ace of Swords in the tarot, which is all about clarity, a unique idea, a resolution, an intellectual solution. So it could be that an idea is coming to you that's going to change the path of your destiny. It could be that a solution that you were looking for miraculously arrives because you have the Sword of Light with you. I also think of Excalibur, and so I work very closely with King Arthur, Queen Guinevere and other members of the realm of Camelot, and so I very much connect with the energy of Excalibur, and I feel like Excalibur, the sword of power, is now being presented to you. And I also feel like this sword is a sword of truth, cutting through anything that is deceiving you, any untruths, any falsehoods, cutting all of that away, letting go of old energy that no longer resonates, seeing situations and people for who they are, and trusting in that, trusting in what you're being shown. It could be that you are having feelings about situations or people that you can't quite trust, and that's all for a reason, because your intuition is telling you that something isn't quite right. And so we very often dismiss these thoughts and feelings because we don't want to accept that that is the divine truth, you know, because it's maybe something we don't want to hear. But it's trusting in that niggle. Don't dismiss your intuition. Listen to that inner voice. And you have the sword of truth, sword of justice, sword of power. So you will get to the core of the situation, find out where you stand so that you can move forwards. And you have that sword of protection as well. So whatever is happening around you, whatever is occurring, you have got that protection to come through it. You're so protected by spirit. You know, you've got this amazing light family all around you, keeping you safe, And so if you ever feel unsafe, just ask them. Ask them to keep you safe, to protect you. Imagine white light all around you and your guides protecting you. So I hope again the message resonates. And last of all, I'm going to pick a card from the De La Nuit Oracle. So this is a new oracle deck by Alexandra V. Bach and Carol Ann Eshanazi. And I've got the Tarot de la Nuit, so this is the new oracle deck. So you could either work with this oracle deck with the tarot together or separately. But what I love about these cards is that it's like a fairy tale deck. Every image is based on a famous fairy tale. I have to be honest, some of them, very few of the cards, I don't know the stories, but most of them I'm familiar with because I love a fairy tale. And quite often fairy tales also have like a dark storyline through them as well. So it's always a balance of the light and the darkness, the light and the shadow. So let's see what Spirit wants us to know. What is their message from the De La Nuit Oracle? And so it's actually French for of the night. So Oracle of the Night. So I would say that the tarot deck is more of a shadow deck. And I would say from the artwork that the Oracle is similar energy. But just, the illustrations are just absolutely gorgeous. So let's see what Spirit wants us to know. This new moon in Sagittarius. Okay, so we've got Valissa the Beautiful. Look at this. So Valissa is at the bottom of this staircase going up to this rather large castle or palace. And so I feel like this is symbolic of a journey, that you are on a journey of some kind. But it could be that it's a journey into the shadow, because can you see how it all looks very dark, doesn't it, around her? That this palace or temple that she is making her way into looks quite dark. And so it could also be a message of that you are journeying through the darkness at the moment. You are perhaps even experiencing what we call a dark night of the soul, an awakening of some kind, a personal transformation where things have been very difficult, there's been a struggle. And it could be that you are in the thick of this struggle, that there's still a long way to go until you reach the light. And this card is just a message of wherever you are on your journey, keep moving forwards. And that you are being shown the way. Look, the steps are in front of you. You know which direction you need to go in, and Spirit are guiding you. But it's also about remembering to take baby steps. And if you make progress one day and you make a couple of steps forward, and then another day you feel like you take a couple of steps back, that's okay. That's all part of the healing journey. So don't be so hard on yourself. Again, it's that message of being too self-critical, being kinder to yourself. Wherever you're going to get to the light. The light is going to come through for you. It always does. It just takes time, and sometimes when we're in the midst of that darkness, we can feel very lost, we can feel very desperate and alone. And you can sometimes think that you're never going to find the light. I've been there, I've been at rock bottom. I've had my own struggles with mental health trauma, and I know how difficult it is when you're in that space and you feel like you're never going to find the light. But trust me, you will. You will. And you're so protected and supported. You know, she's not on her own, look. She's got a companion with her. And so you're not on your own. This is representative of a significant other, a friend, a loved one, someone that you're very close to that is on this journey with you. Your support could even represent your spirit guide, one of your team. They are with you every step of the way. And even though this temple looks very gloomy from the outside, treasures are behind the door, and so as you journey through the darkness, you can find beautiful jewels or treasures as a result of shining light on the shadow. So don't be afraid, keep moving forwards, all will be well. So that concludes our reading for the new moon in Sagittarius. I hope the messages resonated for some of you, and if you enjoyed the messages today and you wish to support my channel, please consider making a small donation. My PayPal link is in the comments. It's not expected but always appreciated, and I'd really appreciate it if you could show your support by liking this video. Please comment, share, subscribe to my channel so you can receive future videos that I upload. And I just want to wish you all a very blessed new moon in Sagittarius. Sending you all of my love, and I'll speak to you very soon. Take care.